The Secret of Money, written and published by Listen Audiobook. Introduction. Across the ages, a timeless wisdom reveals itself. Money flows not from the physical realm alone but from the infinite wellspring of universal energy. As you stand upon this sacred ground of understanding, a profound awakening beckons, one that transcends the mundane perception of wealth and opens your consciousness to the true nature of abundance. The ancient masters knew what modern minds have forgotten: money is but a symbol, a tangible representation of the endless stream of universal energy that surrounds us all. This energy responds to your thoughts, beliefs, and the vibrations you emit into the cosmos. When you align your inner state with the frequency of abundance, you become a natural conduit for prosperity. In the grand tapestry of existence, your relationship with money mirrors your relationship with the universe itself. Every thought you hold about wealth creates ripples in the fabric of reality, attracting or repelling the very abundance you seek. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds not to your words or actions alone but to the energy signature of your deepest beliefs. You possess within you an ancient power, the ability to transmute energy through consciousness. When you release the limiting beliefs that bind you, when you open yourself to receive the boundless abundance of the universe, you activate this dormant force like a key turning in a long-forgotten lock. This understanding unleashes the flow of prosperity that has always been your birthright. The path to true wealth begins not in the physical world but in the sacred chamber of your consciousness. Here, in this inner sanctuary, you hold the power to reshape your reality. By aligning your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with the universal laws of abundance, you become a living channel through which prosperity naturally flows. This wisdom, preserved through ages, now awakens within you. The time has come to reclaim your natural state of abundance and allow the infinite flow of universal energy to manifest as the prosperity you deserve. Observe Part 1, Awakening the Wealth Within. Chapter 1, The Truth About Money. In a small market town among ancient hills, there lived a merchant named Rashid. His tiny shop, passed down through generations, bore the weathered marks of time. Each morning, he would sweep the dusty floor, arrange his meager wares, and pray for better fortune. Though his shelves were sparse, Rashid maintained his daily ritual with unwavering dedication. One dawn, as he swept the familiar floorboards, his broom struck something solid. Beneath a loose plank lay an ornate chest filled with gold coins and precious gems, a fortune that had rested beneath his feet all along. The true miracle, however, was not the treasure itself but the revelation it brought: abundance had always been present, waiting to be discovered. The universe speaks to us through such tales, revealing that wealth exists not in the outer world alone but in the realm of consciousness. Money, in its purest form, is neither good nor evil. It is simply energy responding to your deepest beliefs and emotions. Like water flowing through a channel, it moves according to the pathways you create in your mind. This truth echoes in another tale from the ancient scrolls. A wandering mystic named Amara arrived in a desolate village where people lived in poverty, believing themselves cursed. Each day, they walked past mountains of ordinary dust, lamenting their misfortune. Amara gathered the villagers and spoke of the power within their minds. "What you see as worthless dust," she said, "contains the same essence as gold. Your eyes see what your mind believes." She taught them to shift their perception, to recognize the value in everything around them. As their consciousness transformed, opportunities emerged. They discovered that the dust contained rare minerals sought by distant kingdoms. The village prospered not because the dust changed but because their perception shifted. These stories illuminate a fundamental truth: your relationship with money reflects your inner landscape. When you believe in scarcity, you create barriers to the natural flow of abundance. When you trust in abundance, you open channels for prosperity to flow. Look within and observe your thoughts about money. Do you see it as a scarce resource that must be hoarded, or do you recognize it as an infinite energy flowing freely through the universe? Your answers reveal the beliefs shaping your financial reality. Now, take the ancient practice of conscious transformation. Find a quiet space and open your journal. Write down one limiting belief about money that has taken root in your mind. Perhaps it's, "Money is hard to come by," or "I don't deserve abundance." Feel the weight of this belief, acknowledging its presence without judgment. Then, on a new page, write its opposite, a statement of abundance that resonates with truth. Let the words flow from your heart, transforming the energy of limitation into one of possibility. Through this sacred practice, you begin to clear the channel through which universal abundance flows. Like Rashid discovering treasure beneath his feet, you too will unveil the wealth that has always existed within your consciousness. Chapter 2: The Energy of Wealth. Let me share with you an ancient teaching passed down through generations about a wanderer named Chen who discovered the secrets of abundance by the banks of an eternal river. Each morning, Chen would watch the water flow, puzzled by its endless movement. How does it never cease, he wondered. As he sat in contemplation, the river's wisdom began to speak through the rippling waters. The river showed Chen how it received from countless streams and gave to countless tributaries, never holding back, never fearing scarcity. "I am abundance itself. The waters seem to whisper because I remain in constant motion, neither grasping nor resisting." Chen observed how the river's flow nourished the land, creating prosperity wherever it touched while remaining full and powerful. This eternal truth reveals the vibrational nature of wealth. Like the river's continuous movement, money flows according to universal rhythms. Your thoughts and emotions emit frequencies that either align with or resist this natural current. When you vibrate in harmony with abundance, you become like the river, a channel through which prosperity flows effortlessly. In the ancient kingdom of Altara, there lived a wise ruler named Solomon who understood this profound principle. During a great drought, while other kingdoms hoarded their resources, Solomon taught his people to tune their hearts to the earth's natural abundance. He led them in planting gardens, sharing resources, and expressing gratitude for every blessing, no matter how small. The secret, Solomon told his people, lies not in what we possess but in how we vibrate with life itself. Under his guidance, the kingdom began to pulse with the frequency of prosperity. Even as neighboring lands struggled, Altara flourished, its wealth growing in harmony with natural law. Your own vibration shapes your financial reality just as surely as Solomon's wisdom transformed his kingdom. When your thoughts and feelings resonate with lack, you create resistance in the flow of abundance. But when you align with the frequency of prosperity through gratitude, trust, and clarity, you become a natural conductor of wealth. Now you are invited to participate in an ancient practice of vibrational alignment. Find a quiet place near flowing water, or if none is available, create this sacred space in your mind. Close your eyes and attune yourself to the river's endless movement. Feel its constant flow as your own. Visualize yourself becoming one with this infinite current of abundance, neither grasping nor resisting, simply allowing prosperity to flow through and around you. Let the rhythm of the water remind you of the natural state of abundance. Feel how wealth, like water, seeks to flow freely. Release any tension or resistance, and allow yourself to become a clear channel for prosperity. In this state of alignment, you open yourself to the universal current of abundance that has flowed since the beginning of time. Chapter 3: Breaking Limiting Beliefs. In a distant valley, where the soil had grown weary, a farmer named Rashid toiled endlessly on his barren fields. Day after day, he labored without reward, his crops withered beneath the sun. One evening, as shadows lengthened across his empty land, a traveler appeared at his gate. The stranger's eyes held a peculiar light as they surveyed the dusty fields. "Your land speaks of abundance," he said, "yet you see only scarcity." Rashid laughed bitterly. "This earth has nothing left to give." The traveler knelt and took a handful of soil, letting it sift through his fingers. "The earth never withholds its gifts," he said softly. "It is our beliefs that create the barriers." He guided Rashid to a patch of ground where a single green shoot had pushed through the dust. "Look closely," he instructed. "This single plant reveals the truth: life seeks to flourish here. Your land mirrors your thoughts about what is possible." Through the stranger's guidance, Rashid began to understand how his deep-rooted beliefs about scarcity had manifested in his fields. As he shifted his perspective, the land seemed to respond, revealing hidden springs and fertile patches he had never noticed before. This truth extends beyond the farmer's field to your own relationship with wealth. Your financial landscape reflects the beliefs planted in your mind's soil. Like Rashid's barren field, your prosperity may appear limited, yet beneath the surface lies unlimited potential. In a distant city lived Alexandra, a sculptor who transformed crude stones into works of beauty. One day she received a block of marble others had rejected as worthless. Where others saw flaws, Alexandra perceived possibility. "Within every stone," she would say, "lies a masterpiece waiting to be revealed." Layer by layer, she chipped away the excess, guided by her vision of what could be. As the sculpture emerged, those who had dismissed the stone stood in awe of its beauty. The marble had not changed, only the belief in what it could become. Your beliefs about money are like Alexandra's marble, they can be reshaped through conscious effort. Each limiting thought that binds you can be transformed into an empowering truth. Just as she revealed beauty from within the stone, you can uncover abundance within your current circumstances. To begin this transformation, take a moment now to craft an affirmation that will reshape your financial reality. Choose one limiting belief that has held you back and create its opposite, a powerful statement of abundance. Let this new truth take root in your mind's soil, knowing that as your beliefs shift, your outer world must follow. Chapter 4: The Universal Flow of Abundance. Along the ancient shores, where waves whispered timeless secrets, there lived a fisherman named Kai. Each morning, he would battle against the tides, struggling to force his will upon the sea. His nets remained empty, his hopes dwindling with each passing day. One dawn, exhausted from his futile efforts, Kai noticed an elderly fisherman whose boat moved in perfect harmony with the waters. While others fought the currents, this man's nets filled abundantly as he worked in peaceful synchronicity with the ocean's rhythm. The sea gives freely to those who trust her ways. The elder shared, seeing Kai's wondering gaze. When you resist the natural flow, you push away the very abundance you seek. Through the elder's wisdom, Kai learned to read the water's messages, to trust in the ebb and flow of life's great ocean. As he surrendered to this rhythm, his nets began to overflow with fish far beyond his previous struggles. In the heart of a forgotten valley lived Maya, a child whose pure heart saw possibility where others witnessed only decay. She discovered an abandoned garden, its soil hardened by neglect, its borders choked with thorns. Where others saw hopelessness, Maya envisioned flowers. Day after day, she tended the earth with patient devotion. She spoke to the soil as she worked, sharing her dreams of the beauty that would bloom. Though no signs of life appeared for many weeks, her faith never wavered. "Everything awakens in its own time," she would whisper to the waiting earth. As seasons turned, her consistent care transformed the barren space into a haven of color and life. Flowers that had lain dormant for years emerged to paint the garden in vibrant hues, attracting butterflies and birds that brought new seeds from distant lands. The universe operates in much the same way as these ancient tales reveal. Like the fisherman, you must learn to trust in the natural flow of abundance. Like Maya's garden, your prosperity requires patient nurturing and unwavering faith. Take a moment now to acknowledge the overlooked blessings in your life. Create a list of gratitude for opportunities you may have dismissed, the seemingly small moments that contain seeds of greater abundance. In recognizing these gifts, you align yourself with the endless flow of universal prosperity. In your journal, record 5 instances where abundance has manifested in unexpected ways. Include moments you might have previously taken for granted, a timely conversation, a coincidental meeting, or an idea that arrived precisely when needed. This practice opens your awareness to the constant stream of opportunities flowing into your life. Chapter 5: The Power of Desire. In the mystic valleys of an ancient land, a wanderer named Raven pursued an extraordinary sight, a bird whose feathers gleamed with pure golden light. Each morning he glimpsed its radiant form soaring through dawn-kissed skies, its brilliance calling to the depths of his soul. Night after night, Raven dreamed of the golden bird. His pursuit led him through dense forests and across vast plains, each step guided by an unwavering inner flame. Though others called his quest foolish, the clarity of his desire burned ever brighter. "Your heart knows the path," whispered an old woman he encountered beneath a flowering tree. "The bird you seek is the voice of your soul's deepest truth." As Raven's journey continued, he discovered that his pursuit had transformed him. His focus had sharpened, his spirit had strengthened, and wisdom had bloomed within his heart. The golden bird, he realized, had awakened his highest potential. In a distant valley, the village of Lumina faced devastation when floodwaters swept away their homes. Rather than surrender to despair, the villagers united around a shared vision. They dreamed not merely of rebuilding but of creating a haven of prosperity that would inspire generations. Each villager held this dream in their heart as they worked. Their shared desire fueled their efforts through countless challenges. Stone by stone, they rebuilt their homes, field by field, they restored their lands. Their collective vision transformed Lumina into a beacon of abundance that drew travelers from far and wide. The desires that stir within you are sacred whispers from the universe. Like Raven's golden bird, they guide you toward your highest expression. Like the villagers of Lumina, your clear intention holds the power to reshape reality. Take a moment now to connect with your deepest financial desire. Let your heart speak its truth without limitation or doubt. Write a letter to the universe expressing the desire with absolute clarity and conviction. Pour your emotions onto the page, describing not just the outcome you seek but the feeling of its fulfillment. This letter becomes a bridge between your current reality and the abundance that awaits your claiming. Begin your letter with these words: "Beloved universe, I open my heart to share my truest desire. Let your words flow naturally, knowing that the universe receives every word with perfect understanding. Chapter 6: Aligning Your Mind with Prosperity. In the vast expanse of an endless ocean, a sailor named Thomas drifted beneath star-filled skies. His vessel, once guided by a trustworthy compass, had lost its way when the instrument mysteriously ceased to function. For days, he wandered without direction until one night, in the depths of meditation, he discovered a profound truth: the compass that had failed him was merely an external tool. The true navigator resided within his own mind. Through stillness and focused intention, Thomas found he could sense the subtle currents of the sea, read the patterns of the stars, and attune himself to the natural forces that had always guided ancient mariners. As your mind aligns with the frequency of abundance, it becomes your compass, directing you unerringly toward prosperity. Just as Thomas discovered his innate ability to navigate, you possess the power to chart your course toward wealth through the conscious direction of your thoughts. In the quiet halls of an ancient library, Maria, a dedicated keeper of books, spent her days surrounded by countless volumes. Though she walked past them countless times, it wasn't until she truly opened her eyes that she noticed a weathered tome, its spine bearing golden symbols that seemed to shimmer within her light. Within its pages, she found not mere words but keys to understanding the universe's abundance. The wisdom had always been there, waiting patiently for her awareness to expand. The knowledge she sought had never been hidden, she had simply needed to attune her mind to recognize it. The universe speaks in the language of thought. When you program your mind to resonate with abundance, you naturally align with its infinite flow. Like the compass finding true north, your thoughts will guide you toward prosperity when properly aligned. Your subconscious mind is the fertile soil where abundance takes root. By consciously directing your thoughts toward prosperity, you create new neural pathways that attract wealth. Each positive thought becomes a beacon, drawing opportunities and resources toward you. To anchor this wisdom in your daily experience, embrace this sacred practice for 7 consecutive days. As the sun rises and sets, speak this ancient mantra of abundance: I am one with the infinite flow of prosperity. Wealth flows to me easily and abundantly. Let these words vibrate through your being, knowing that each repetition reprograms your subconscious mind to attract greater abundance. Chapter 7: The Role of Gratitude and Wealth Creation. In a remote mountain village, there lived a man named Raza who owned nothing but a small clay cup and a threadbare blanket. Each morning, he would gather water from the stream. And as he drank, he gave thanks for its crystal clarity. With each sip, he expressed gratitude for the way it quenched his thirst. Though others pitied his circumstances, Raza's heart overflowed with appreciation for these simple gifts. As days passed, his consistent gratitude began to transform his reality. Neighbors, touched by his genuine thankfulness, shared their harvest. A traveling merchant, moved by Raza's appreciation of simple meals, offered him work. With each expression of gratitude, new doors opened until Raza's life became rich with opportunities he had never imagined possible. In the depths of an ancient garden, a lone tree stood barren while others flourished with fruit. The gardener Yun saw beyond its empty branches. Each day, she thanked the tree for its strong roots, its reaching branches, and its potential for growth. She expressed appreciation for the shade it provided even when others saw only its lack of fruit. Gradually, under the nurturing power of her gratitude, buds appeared on the branches. As Yun continued her daily practice of appreciation, these buds transformed into the sweetest fruits the garden had ever known. These tales illuminate a universal truth: gratitude is the magnetic force that draws abundance into your life. When you shift your attention from what is missing to what is present, you activate the law of attraction's most powerful catalyst. Like a seed breaking through soil, gratitude breaks through the barriers of lack, creating space for prosperity to flourish. Your current circumstances, whatever they may be, contain countless blessings waiting to be acknowledged. Each moment of gratitude sends ripples through the universal field of energy, attracting more experiences that match your appreciative state. To harness this transformative power, embrace this sacred practice. As each day draws to a close, open your heart to gratitude's gentle wisdom. In a dedicated journal, record 3 specific blessings that touched your life. Let your words flow from genuine appreciation, knowing that each entry plants a seed of greater abundance in the fertile soil of tomorrow. Chapter 8: The Magnetic Power of Visualization. In a sunlit studio among ancient olive groves, there lived an artist named Raphael who understood the sacred power of vision. Each morning, before touching brush to canvas, he would close his eyes and let his dreams float before him like gossamer clouds. With patient dedication, he would paint these visions into existence, watching as the ethereal became tangible through his focused intention. The universe speaks through images, painting pictures in your mind's eye that guide you toward your highest destiny. Just as Raphael transformed his inner visions into masterpieces, you possess the divine ability to shape your financial reality through the power of visualization. When you close your eyes and imagine your desired prosperity, with crystal clarity, you activate the universal law that transforms thought into form. Each detail you envision, the feeling of abundance, the sensation of financial security, the joy of giving freely, creates ripples in the cosmic fabric that manifest as your physical reality. In a village far to the east lived a blacksmith named Cairo, who understood this truth in his own way. His forge stood cold and empty when he first inherited it, but rather than dwelling on its emptiness, he would stand before the silent anvil each morning and envision it alive with dancing flames and purposeful work. In his mind's eye, he saw himself crafting tools that would serve the entire region. Heard the rhythmic ring of hammer on metal, and felt the satisfaction of fair payment received. Day after day, he held this vision with unwavering faith, even as others questioned his practice of standing silently before a cold forge. Yet soon, travelers began appearing with metal to be worked. His reputation grew as his visualized success took physical form, until his forge became exactly as he had imagined: prosperous, respected, and alive with creative energy. The power to shape your financial future lies within your ability to see it clearly in your mind. When you engage in visualization with focused intention, you align your energy with the abundance you seek. Like an architect drawing blueprints before construction begins, your detailed mental picture provides the template for material manifestation. To harness this creative force, dedicate 5 minutes each day to sitting in peaceful stillness. Close your eyes and construct a vivid image of your ideal financial situation. See yourself managing money with confidence and ease. Feel the peace of financial security flowing through your body. Experience the joy of abundance that allows you to fulfill your dreams and help others. Let every detail become sharp and clear: the numbers in your accounts, the opportunities flowing to you, the wisdom with which you handle your wealth. This sacred practice aligns your energy with the prosperity you seek, transforming your inner vision into outer reality through the perfect law of attraction. Chapter 9: Money as a Mirror. In the heart of an ancient valley, there lived a merchant named Hassan who had heard whispers of a mystical lake said to reveal one's true nature. Despite his flourishing trade and precious silks, an inexplicable emptiness haunted him. One dawn, guided by an inner calling, he journeyed to find this sacred water. When you stand before the mirror of your financial life, every transaction, every gain, and every loss reflects deeper truths within you. Just as Hassan sought the mystical lake, you are called to examine the reflections of your inner world and your outer circumstances. The universe operates through perfect reflection, your beliefs about money, your emotional relationship with wealth, and your deepest convictions about abundance manifest in your material reality. Each financial experience serves as a gateway to self-knowledge, revealing the hidden currents of thought and feeling that shape your prosperity. In a distant workshop, a craftsman named Ta discovered an ancient mirror beneath layers of tarnish and dust. Day after day, he polished its surface, not knowing what lay beneath. As the mirror's surface began to gleam, he noticed a map etched into its frame, leading to a treasure he had unknowingly kept in his own home for years. Through the act of clearing away obscurity, Ta discovered both the mirror's true nature and the abundance that had always been present. Like this mirror, your financial circumstances contain hidden wisdom waiting to be revealed. Each challenge invites you to polish away the tarnish of limiting beliefs. Each success encourages you to recognize your infinite potential. The patterns in your money matters, whether of abundance or limitation, reflect the thoughts and beliefs you hold in your deepest self. Your journey of financial transformation begins with willing self-examination. Look upon your recent experiences with money as messages from the universe, each one offering insight into your inner landscape. Where you find resistance, there lies an opportunity for growth. Where you discover flow, there exists alignment with your true abundant nature. The ritual of reflection: find a quiet moment and bring to mind your most recent financial experiences. Notice what emotions arise as you recall each event. What patterns emerge in your relationship with money? What beliefs do these patterns reveal? Write down your insights, treating each realization as a sacred step toward greater self-awareness and abundance. Through this practice, you transform your financial mirror from one of judgment to one of gentle revelation, allowing your true abundant nature to emerge. Chapter 10: The Foundation of Financial Freedom. In a kingdom long forgotten by time, there lived a master builder named Rashid, who was commissioned to create a castle that would stand for 1,000 years. While other builders rushed to raise their towers toward the heavens, Rashid spent months studying the earth beneath his feet. As villagers questioned his methods, he worked tirelessly, laying stone upon stone in the ground, creating an unseen foundation of immense strength. You, like Rashid, stand at the beginning of your journey to lasting wealth. The principles that govern enduring prosperity mirror those of building an unshakable structure. The deepest work often remains invisible to others, yet it determines the height of your success. The universal law reveals that sustainable abundance grows from properly laid foundations. Each thought you cultivate, each habit you nurture, becomes a stone in the foundation of your financial future. Just as a castle cannot reach toward the sky without strong support below, your wealth cannot expand beyond the strength of your daily practices. In the eastern valleys, there lived a gardener named Lin who inherited a barren orchard. Instead of frantically planting new trees, she devoted herself to enriching the soil and strengthening the roots of the few remaining trees. Others mocked her slow progress, but as seasons passed, her patience bore fruit. Her trees grew strong and abundant, their branches heavy with golden fruit. While neighboring orchards struggled with weak harvests, the wisdom of the universe teaches that true prosperity follows the natural law of growth. Like Lynn's orchard, your financial well-being requires nurturing at the root level. Each small action performed consistently with intention feeds the roots of your abundance. These ancient teachings illuminate the path to lasting wealth. Your daily practices, your thoughts, decisions, and actions form the foundation upon which your prosperity rises. As you align these practices with the laws of abundance, you create an unshakable base for sustained growth. Ritual of foundation: choose one small daily practice that will strengthen your financial foundation. It might be reviewing your expenses each evening, expressing gratitude for the money you receive, or setting aside a fixed amount. No matter how modest. Commit to this practice for 40 days, knowing that each day adds another stone to your foundation. Write your chosen practice in a sacred book and mark each day you honor this commitment. Through this discipline, you build the base for enduring prosperity. Part 2: The Path to Prosperity. Chapter 11: Overcoming Doubts and Fears About Money. In the misty mountains of the east, a young monk named Chen stood before an ancient wall that stretched endlessly into the clouds. Each morning, he would approach the wall, touch its weathered surface and turn away, believing he could never scale its heights. The wall became a mirror of his deepest fears, reflecting back the limitations he placed upon himself. You stand before similar walls in your journey toward abundance. These barriers, though seemingly solid, are built from the mists of doubt and the shadows of fear. Like Chen, you may touch these walls each day, feeling their cold resistance, yet not realizing they exist only in the realm of thought. The universal law teaches that fear and abundance cannot coexist in the same space. When you harbor fears about money, you create an energetic barrier that prevents the natural flow of prosperity from reaching you. These fears, of loss, of unworthiness, of failure, become the very walls that separate you from your divine inheritance of abundance. In the fertile valleys below the mountains lived a farmer named Toa, who had watched his fields crack and wither through 7 years of drought. Each morning, he would scan the empty skies, his heart heavy with doubt. Yet one day, a wise traveler shared a simple truth: the rain has never failed to return. This wisdom transformed Toa's relationship with uncertainty. Instead of fearing the drought, he began preparing his fields for the inevitable return of rain. When the clouds finally gathered, his was the only field ready to receive their blessing. The wisdom whispered through ages reveals that your fears about money hold no more substance than passing clouds. Like Toa, you are called to prepare your field, your consciousness, for the abundance that naturally flows when fear no longer blocks its path. Your financial fears are not permanent walls but temporary illusions cast by the mind. Each time you choose faith over fear, trust over doubt, you dissolve another stone in these imaginary barriers. The universe stands ready to flood your life with prosperity, waiting only for you to release the fears that dam its flow. Ritual of release: take a piece of paper and write down every fear you hold about money. Pour onto the page your worries about lack, your doubts about worthiness, your anxieties about loss. When complete, find a safe place outdoors. Hold the paper in your hands and feel the weight of these fears. Then tear the paper into pieces or burn it safely, watching as your fears transform into ash or scatter in the wind. As you do this, speak these words: I release these fears to the universe, making space for abundance to flow freely into my life. Chapter 12 The Law of Giving and Receiving. In the bustling markets of an ancient city lived a merchant named Rashid, whose stall overflowed with vibrant silks and precious spices. While other merchants hoarded their finest wares, Rashid shared freely with those in need. He would offer a length of silk to clothe a shivering child or spices to flavor a poor family's meal. To the astonishment of his fellow merchants, his wealth grew with each act of generosity until his fortune had doubled. You, like Rashid, hold the key to a profound truth: abundance multiplies through the act of giving. When you release your grip on what you possess, you create space for new blessings to flow into your life. This principle echoes through the ages: the more freely you give, the more abundantly you receive. The universe operates in cycles of giving and receiving, like the endless motion of waves upon the shore. When you withhold in fear, you create a dam in this natural flow. But when you give with an open heart, you align yourself with the infinite current of abundance. Along the coastal waters lived a fisherman named Kai, who always shared the first catch of his day with others. Some called him foolish, claiming he diminished his own prosperity. Yet each time Kai cast his nets after sharing, they returned heavy with fish. One morning, after giving his catch to a struggling family, he discovered a pearl of rare beauty in his next haul, a gift from the sea itself. The wisdom revealed through Kai's story mirrors an eternal truth: generosity is not a loss but an investment in the cosmic cycle of abundance. Every act of giving sends ripples through the universe, returning to you multiplied in unexpected ways. Your relationship with giving shapes your capacity to receive. When you give from a place of joy rather than obligation, you broadcast a signal of abundance to the universe. This energy cannot help but attract more prosperity into your life. Ritual of generous spirit: choose something meaningful, it need not be grand or expensive, and give it freely to another. As you perform this act of giving, focus entirely on the joy of sharing rather than any expected return. Chapter 13 Shifting from Scarcity to Abundance. In a time beyond memory, there lived a traveler named Malik who wandered into a vast desert wasteland. Where others saw only endless sand and scorching sun, Malik perceived the dormant potential beneath his feet. Each morning, he would stand at the highest dune and hold in his mind the vision of water flowing, trees growing, and life flourishing. Day after day, Malik dug into the earth, guided by an inner knowing. Others called him mad, but he persisted until he struck an ancient underground spring. As water bubbled forth, he planted seeds he had collected on his journey. Slowly, green shoots emerged from the sand. Within seasons, what was once barren became an oasis of abundance, drawing travelers from distant lands. You too possess this power of transformation. The barren spaces in your life await only your vision to bloom into abundance. Where your eyes perceive emptiness, infinite possibility lurks beneath the surface, ready to spring forth through your unwavering faith. In a distant village lived a weaver named Amara, who owned but a single spool of golden thread. Rather than lamenting her limited resources, she saw endless potential in that single thread. With skillful hands and an imaginative mind, she wove intricate patterns that seemed to multiply the thread's presence. Each design gave birth to new possibilities until her tapestries became renowned throughout the land for their beauty and ingenuity. This ancient wisdom reveals that abundance flows not from what you possess but from how you perceive and utilize your resources. The universe provides exactly what you need to create prosperity if only you train your eyes to recognize it. When you shift from scarcity to abundance thinking, you align with a natural flow of universal prosperity. Like Malik's oasis and Amara's tapestries, your life contains seeds of opportunity waiting to flourish under your nurturing vision. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed, a sacred corner where the whispers of ancient wisdom can reach your heart. Close your eyes and speak the words with conviction. I live in a world of limitless abundance. Feel these sacred syllables vibrate through your entire being, awakening dormant knowledge within. Let this eternal truth settle into the depths of your consciousness like a seed taking root in fertile soil. Open your eyes slowly and observe your surroundings with renewed awareness, noting 3 specific areas where opportunity exists but you previously saw limitation. Perhaps it's a skill you already possess that could be applied in new ways, or a connection waiting to be deepened, or a resource you've overlooked. Return to this practice daily, allowing your vision of abundance to transform your reality just as surely as the sun transforms darkness into light. With each repetition, you strengthen your alignment with the universe's infinite flow of prosperity. Chapter 14, The Wealth Blueprint. In the ancient city of wisdom, there lived an architect named Rashad, whose dream was to build a temple that would touch the heavens. Each night, he would sit in meditation, allowing the divine design to emerge in his mind with perfect clarity. He understood that before the first stone could be laid, the temple must exist completely in his vision. Through your journey of financial mastery, you now stand where Rashad once stood. Like him, you must first construct your vision of prosperity with absolute clarity before manifesting it in the physical realm. The universe responds not to vague wishes but to crystallized intentions. As Rashad meticulously drew his plans, marking every detail with precision, he discovered that the temple's true magnificence lay not in its physical grandeur but in the harmony of its design. Each element served a purpose, each measurement carried meaning, creating a perfect balance of form and function. In the village of artisans lived a potter named Maya, who approached her craft with similar wisdom. She knew that while the clay would sometimes surprise her, requiring adaptability in her technique, the final form must already exist in her mind's eye. With gentle but purposeful hands, she would shape the clay, allowing her clear vision to guide each movement while remaining flexible enough to work with the material's natural tendencies. These timeless teachings illuminate the path to creating your wealth. Like Rashad's temple and Maya's pottery, your financial future requires both precise vision and adaptable execution. The universe has placed in your hands the clay of possibility, your thoughts, actions, and choices. It awaits your conscious shaping. Your financial blueprint must mirror this ancient wisdom. It begins with clarity of purpose, knowing exactly what you wish to create, yet it must maintain the flexibility to adapt to life's natural rhythms, like Maya's hands responding to the clay's resistance. Now, in the sacred space of this moment, you are invited to craft your own blueprint of abundance. Find a quiet place where you can connect with your deepest wisdom. Take 3 deep breaths to clear your mind of doubt and uncertainty. On clean parchment, write with intentional strokes your precise financial vision. Begin with your ultimate goal, then work backward, mapping the steps that will lead you there. Include specific milestones, markers along your journey that will tell you you're moving in the right direction. Consider not just the numbers but the feeling of achieving each milestone. Like Rashad's temple plans, let every detail serve a purpose. Let your blueprint reflect both your highest aspirations and your practical understanding of the path ahead. Review your blueprint daily, allowing it to guide your choices and actions, just as Maya's vision guided her hands in shaping the clay. Chapter 15, The Role of Inspired Action. In ancient times, there lived a sailor named Kai who trusted not in maps but in the eternal wisdom of the stars. Each night, as his vessel glided across dark waters, he would lift his eyes to the heavens, allowing their celestial dance to guide his journey. While other sailors clutched their charts with trembling hands, Kai understood that true navigation springs from the heart's knowing. You now stand at the helm of your own vessel, gazing upon the vast ocean of possibility before you. Like Kai, you must learn to trust the guidance that comes from within, for it is through inspired action that your desires transform into reality. The stars that guide you are your deepest intuitions, those quiet whispers of wisdom that emerge when you align with your highest purpose. Just as Kai knew to adjust his course by the subtle shifts in the night sky, you too must attune yourself to the gentle nudges of your inner compass. In the mountains dwelled a sculptor named Thea, who worked with unwavering dedication. Each day, she approached her stone with reverence, knowing that within its rough exterior lay a masterpiece waiting to be revealed. Her hands moved with purpose, each strike of her chisel guided by the vision she had held within. She understood that the statue would emerge not through wishful thinking but through deliberate, inspired action. These teachings illuminate a fundamental truth: manifestation requires movement. Your desires, no matter how clear or powerful, remain dormant until you step forward with purpose. Like the chisel, your actions must be both bold and precise, guided by the vision you hold dear. The universe responds not to idle wishes but to the energy of movement. When you take inspired action, you create a bridge between the realm of intention and the world of form. Each step, no matter how small, carries the power to transform your financial reality. The ancient practice passed down through generations beckons you now. Find a quiet moment to center yourself, close your eyes, and allow your inner wisdom to surface. What single action does your heart know will move you closer to your financial vision? It need not be grand, even the smallest step taken with conviction holds transformative power. Rise now and take this action without delay. Like Kai adjusting his sails to catch the wind or the making the first mark upon the stone, your movement creates momentum. In this sacred moment of doing, you align yourself with the universal flow of manifestation. Let this be your daily practice, to listen deeply and act swiftly when inspiration calls. For in the space between dreaming and doing lies the magic of transformation. Waiting for your courage to bridge the gap. Chapter 16: Mastering Emotional Alignment with Wealth. In a bustling marketplace, there lived a musician named Raza who played melodies that seemed to dance on the wind. Each morning, as the sun painted the sky in gold, he would take his place beneath an ancient olive tree and begin to play. His music carried no words, yet it spoke directly to the hearts of those who listened. As his fingers moved across the strings, something extraordinary began to unfold. Merchants found their wares selling with ease, customers discovered unexpected treasures, and coins flowed as freely as his music. The marketplace itself seemed to pulse with a new energy. As if Ray's harmonious vibrations had awakened the very spirit of abundance. You too possess this ability to create harmony with wealth. Like music, abundance responds to the frequencies you emit through your emotional state. When your feelings resonate with prosperity, you naturally draw it toward you. In a distant valley, a gardener named Leon understood this truth deeply. Each morning, she would tend to her plants with such profound love that visitors claimed they could feel the joy emanating from her garden. While others rushed to harvest, Leon knew that the secret lay not in forcing growth but in maintaining an emotional state that nurtured abundance. Her patience and consistent care created an environment where prosperity flourished naturally. The plants responded not just to water and sunlight but to the loving energy she poured into them. Through her example, you learn that wealth, like a garden, thrives in an atmosphere of positive emotion. This wisdom reveals the subtle law governing financial flow. Your emotional state creates a magnetic field that either attracts or repels abundance. When you maintain feelings of joy, gratitude, and expectation, you align with the natural frequency of prosperity. Just as Ray's music transformed the marketplace and Leon's love nourished her garden, your emotions shape the field of possibilities around you. Each moment offers a choice to vibrate in harmony with lack or to attune yourself to abundance. The ancient ones knew that feeling is the secret of creation. Through their practices, they discovered that sustained emotional alignment precedes physical manifestation. This truth now beckons you to engage in a sacred ritual. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and begin to breathe deeply. Visualize yourself living in complete financial abundance. See the details clearly: your lifestyle, your impact on others, your peace of mind. Now, most importantly, allow yourself to feel the emotions this future reality generates. Let joy fill your heart. Feel deep gratitude as if this abundance is already yours. Hold these elevated emotions for several minutes, knowing that as you vibrate at this frequency, you align with the very essence of prosperity. Chapter 17, The Spiritual Practice of Patience. In the serene gardens of an ancient temple, a young monk named Wei stood vigil before a lotus bud, waiting for it to unfold its petals to the morning sun. Day after day, he returned to the same spot, watching with unwavering attention. Other monks passed by, some questioning his dedication to such a seemingly simple task. As you walk the path of manifestation, you too may find yourself standing before unopened possibilities, wondering when they will bloom into reality. Like Wei, you are learning one of the most essential truths of universal law: divine timing cannot be rushed. The lotus teaches us that creation follows its own sacred rhythm. Each petal opens precisely when it should, neither early nor late. Your desires, like the lotus, require their own period of gestation before emerging into physical form. In the fertile valleys beyond the temple lived a farmer named Chen, who understood this wisdom through years of working with the earth. While others anxiously watched their fields, Chen maintained his peace through every season. He knew that beneath the soil, invisible forces were at work transforming seeds into abundance. The crop that grows too quickly, Chen would say, bears little fruit. His patience was not passive waiting but active trust in the natural order of things. Through summer heat and winter frost he maintained his faith, knowing that each season served its purpose in the greater cycle of growth. These stories illuminate a profound truth: manifestation operates according to universal timing. Just as a flower cannot be forced to bloom before its moment, your desires manifest according to a divine schedule that considers all elements necessary for their perfect unfoldment. When you align with this truth, you release the anxiety of waiting and enter a state of peaceful expectancy. Like Wei before the lotus and Chen tending his fields, you learn to trust in the perfect unfolding of your good. This ancient wisdom calls you now to a sacred practice: find a quiet moment and settle into stillness. Identify those areas in your life where manifestation seems delayed. Now, with gentle awareness, release any tension around timing. Breathe deeply and affirm, I trust in the perfect timing of the universe. Let this truth settle into your being, knowing that everything you desire is unfolding in its destined season. The universe operates with impeccable precision. Your role is not to force the process but to maintain unwavering faith while your desires gestate in the fertile soil of possibility. Trust that what you have planted through your intentions and actions will bloom in its perfect moment. Chapter 18: The Wealth Frequency. In a distant mountain village lived a bell maker named Ravi, whose creations were known throughout the land for their perfect resonance. Each morning, he would strike his bells in sequence, and their harmonious tones would echo through the valley, drawing travelers from far and wide who sought to understand their mysterious allure. You, like these ancient bells, possess the ability to resonate with the frequency of abundance. Just as Ravi carefully tuned each bell to its perfect pitch, you can align your energy with the vibration of wealth through conscious attention to your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The universe responds not to your words alone but to the energy you emit. When Ravi crafted his bells, he understood that the metal needed to be pure, the shape precise, and the striking point exact. Similarly, your alignment with abundance requires purity of thought, precision of emotion, and exactness of action. In a distant valley lived an artist named Lin, who spent years learning to capture light itself on canvas. Others painted merely what they saw, but Lin painted the essence of light, its vibrance, its energy, its transformative power. Through patient practice, she learned that to capture light, she had to become light herself, raising her own frequency to match that which she sought to create. This wisdom reveals the fundamental truth of manifestation: to attract wealth, you must match its frequency. Like Lin becoming one with light, you must elevate your vibration to harmonize with abundance. Your thoughts create energetic patterns. Your emotions amplify these patterns, and your actions ground them in physical reality. When you maintain thoughts of lack, worry, or limitation, you emit a frequency that repels abundance. But when you cultivate thoughts of prosperity, gratitude, and possibility, you naturally align with wealth's higher vibration. Every moment offers an opportunity to choose your frequency, to raise your vibration to match financial abundance. Begin with this sacred practice. Each morning, stand in quiet contemplation and speak these words with feeling: I am aligned with the frequency of infinite abundance. Then engage in activities that bring you genuine joy, whether walking in nature, creating art, or sharing laughter with loved ones. These moments of pure joy naturally elevate your energetic state, allowing you to resonate more closely with the vibration of wealth. Like Ravi's bells and Lin's paintings, you too can learn to emanate the perfect frequency of prosperity. Through conscious choice and consistent practice, you align yourself with the natural flow of abundance that surrounds you always. Chapter 19: Money and Purpose. In a remote mountain village lived a healer named Toa. Though his home was modest and his possessions few, villagers would leave offerings of food, cloth, and coins in gratitude for his healing touch. Yet Toa never counted these gifts, for his heart overflowed with the joy of serving others. You too carry within you a sacred purpose, a divine calling that, when embraced, opens the floodgates of abundance. Just as Toa discovered his wealth through healing others, your greatest prosperity awaits in the expression of your soul's mission. The flow of money follows the path of purpose. When you align your actions with your highest calling, the universe conspires to support your journey. This is not mere coincidence but the working of an eternal law. Service to others creates channels through which abundance naturally flows. In a coastal town lived a lighthouse keeper named Maya. Each night she would climb the tall winding stairs to tend the great light that guided ships safely to harbor. The villagers, seeing how her dedication prevented countless disasters, ensured she never went without. Her service to others became the very foundation of her prosperity. This timeless truth reveals itself: when you direct your energy toward uplifting others, you tap into the infinite current of abundance. Money becomes not an end in itself but a natural byproduct of living your purpose. Like Maya's light, your gifts illuminate the path for others while attracting prosperity to you. Your financial goals, when anchored in purpose, transform from mere numbers into expressions of your soul's mission. Each dollar earned becomes a tool for greater service, each investment an opportunity to expand your positive impact on the world. The universe responds with boundless generosity when your financial aspirations align with your life's purpose. This alignment creates a magnetic force that draws prosperity toward you while simultaneously enriching the lives of others. To begin this sacred practice of purposeful prosperity, sit in quiet contemplation. Ask yourself, how can my growing abundance serve my highest purpose and benefit others? Listen deeply to the wisdom that emerges. Then, write down one specific way your financial growth can support your life's mission. This action plants a seed that will blossom into purposeful prosperity. Chapter 20: Transforming Challenges into Opportunities. In a village among towering mountains lived a blacksmith named Raza. Each morning, villagers would bring their broken tools to his forge: bent plowshares, cracked axes, and shattered blades. Where others saw only ruin, Raza perceived possibility. With skilled hands and patient wisdom, he transformed these broken pieces into tools more magnificent than their original form. You possess this same power of transformation within. Every financial challenge lies a seed of greater abundance waiting to be discovered. Through the alchemy of perspective, the universe operates through cycles of destruction and renewal, each breakdown containing the elements of breakthrough. Just as Raza saw potential in broken metal, you can learn to recognize the opportunities hidden within your financial obstacles. In an ancient kingdom, a magnificent bird made its nest atop the highest tower. When flames engulfed its home, the people mourned what seemed a tragic loss. Yet from those very ashes, the phoenix emerged, more radiant than before, its golden feathers gleaming with renewed vitality. Its resurrection taught those who witnessed it that endings mark the birth of new beginnings. This eternal truth speaks to your journey. Financial setbacks are not endpoints but gateways to greater prosperity. Each challenge invites you to rise above previous limitations, to spread your wings toward expanded possibilities. The power to transmute obstacles into opportunities dwells within your consciousness. When you approach challenges with the blacksmith's vision and the phoenix's resilience, you activate this transformative force. Your perspective becomes the forge in which difficulties are reshaped into stepping stones toward abundance. To harness this wisdom, take a moment now to contemplate one financial challenge you currently face. Write it down with complete honesty. Then, like Raza studying a broken tool, examine it from every angle. What opportunities for growth lie hidden within this challenge? What new skills or insights might it develop in you? What doors might it open that you cannot yet see? Remember, just as the phoenix rises from its own ashes, your greatest financial breakthroughs often emerge from what initially appears as loss or limitation. Your task is not to avoid challenges but to recognize them as disguised opportunities for transformation. Take your journal now and write about one financial challenge you face. Describe it fully, holding nothing back. Then shift your perspective, like the blacksmith at his forge, and identify the hidden opportunity within this challenge. What new possibilities might emerge from this situation? How might this obstacle be transformed into a stepping stone toward greater abundance? Part 3: Mastering the Formula for Limitless Wealth. Chapter 21: the manifesting formula. In a time beyond memory, there lived an alchemist named Rashid who discovered an ancient scroll hidden within a crystal cave. The parchment, weathered by centuries, held secrets passed down from the great masters of manifestation. Night after night, Rashid studied the cryptic symbols until he understood their profound message, the precise formula for transforming the base metal of intention into the gold of manifestation. You now stand where Rashid once stood. At the threshold of understanding how thoughts, emotions, and actions combine to create material wealth. The money manifesting formula he discovered reveals that abundance follows a natural sequence as reliable as the rising sun. Just as an alchemist combines elements in exact proportions, your journey to wealth requires precise measures of clear intention, elevated emotion, and inspired action. When these three elements harmonize, they create an unstoppable force that draws abundance into your life. In the bustling marketplace of an ancient city lived a master clockmaker named Kil. His workshop contained hundreds of gears, springs, and wheels in apparent chaos, yet through patient application of universal principles, he transformed these scattered parts into timepieces of extraordinary precision. Each morning, he would select his components with care, arrange them with purpose, and unite them with unwavering focus. Like Kil's clockwork, the manifestation of wealth follows immutable laws. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with these laws, abundance flows as naturally as time itself. The money manifesting formula teaches that wealth creation is not random but rhythmic, not mysterious but methodical. This sacred knowledge reveals that manifestation begins with crystal clear intention, the blueprint of your desire. This intention must be energized by the power of emotion, for feeling is the fuel that drives manifestation. Finally, inspired action bridges the gap between the invisible and visible worlds, bringing your intention into physical form. Now, take your journal and inscribe this timeless formula. First, write your financial intention with absolute clarity, as if describing a photograph of your desired reality. Second, immerse yourself in the emotions of already having received your desire. Feel the joy, gratitude, and confidence of achievement. Third, list 3 inspired actions you will take, guided by your inner wisdom, to move toward your goal. Apply this formula daily with the patience of the clockmaker and the wisdom of the alchemist. For in following these steps with devotion, you activate the ancient science of manifestation, transforming the lead of possibility into the gold of reality. Take your journal now and apply the money manifesting formula to one specific financial goal. Write it with precision and purpose, knowing that in this very moment, you set in motion the universal forces of creation. Chapter 22: The Power of Focus and Intention. In the mountains of ancient China, there lived an archer named Wei, whose reputation drew seekers from distant lands. Yet his greatest lesson came not from his skill with the bow but from his mastery of intention. Each morning, as dawn painted the sky, Wei would stand before a single target. While others saw him merely practicing archery, he was demonstrating the art of focused manifestation. You now stand where countless seekers have stood, ready to learn how intention shapes reality. Like an arrow flying true to its mark, your financial desires must be aimed with unwavering precision. Wei taught that success comes not from shooting 1,000 arrows but from shooting one arrow 1,000 times. Similarly, your intention must be singular and specific, repeated with the dedication of a master archer. When you scatter your focus among many targets, your energy disperses like arrows shot blindly into the mist. Along the treacherous coastline of a vast sea stood a lighthouse keeper named Era. During the fiercest storms, when waves crashed against the rocks and darkness threatened to overwhelm, her beacon cut through the chaos with unwavering clarity. Ships found safe harbor by following this single point of light, ignoring the tempest that raged around them. Like Amara's lighthouse, your intention must shine with steady brilliance, undimmed by the storms of doubt or distraction. The universe responds not to scattered wishes but to focused energy directed with purpose, and your thoughts are beams of light cutting through the darkness of uncertainty. When you maintain clear focus on your financial intention, you create a pathway through which abundance naturally flows. Just as ships navigate by a single star rather than the entire night sky, your mind must fix upon one clear goal rather than 1,000 possibilities. The power of intention lies not in its complexity but in its clarity. Wei's arrow found its mark not because he wished it so, but because his entire being aligned with its destination. Amara's light saved countless lives not because she hoped it might, but because it remained steadfast and true. Now take a moment to craft your financial intention with the precision of an archer and the clarity of a lighthouse beam. Let it be specific, measurable, and unwavering. Write this intention in your journal, making it your daily compass point, your guiding star through the journey of manifestation. Each morning, as the sun rises, speak your intention aloud with the conviction of Wei releasing his arrow, with the steadfast purpose of Amara tending her light. Let these words become the beacon that guides your thoughts, decisions, and actions throughout your day. Write your specific financial intention in present tense, as if it is already achieved. Speak it aloud each morning with complete conviction, feeling the truth of its manifestation in every cell of your being. Chapter 23: Money as a Spiritual Tool. In a time long forgotten, there lived a healer named Talia who possessed extraordinary gifts. While others hoarded their gold and iron chests, she used her coins to build a sanctuary where the sick and weary found solace. With each piece of gold, she invested not in herself but in easing the suffering of others. Her own abundance multiplied tenfold. You now stand at a sacred crossroads where material wealth meets spiritual purpose. The universe has gifted you with the power to transform mere metal into medicine for the soul. When you view money through the lens of service, its energy transforms from cold metal into warm light. Like Talia, you possess the wisdom to recognize that true wealth flows not from accumulation but from circulation in service of the highest good. In a distant village, a young girl named Maya carried a single candle through darkened streets. As she walked, her small light touched countless lives, illuminating paths, warming hearts, and inspiring others to light their own candles. Soon, the entire village glowed with shared radiance. This simple truth reveals itself: money, like Maya's candle, holds the power to multiply blessings when used to ignite the light in others. Each coin represents not just currency but potential to heal, to build, to teach, to transform. The universe whispers this timeless wisdom: wealth finds its truest expression not in what it buys but in what it builds. When you align your financial goals with service to others, you tap into an infinite source of abundance that transcends mere mathematical calculation. Your journey with money becomes sacred when you recognize it as an instrument of divine purpose. Like the healer's gold coins, your resources carry the power to manifest healing and hope. Like Maya's candle, your wealth can illuminate paths for others to follow. Now, take a moment to connect with this deeper truth. In your journal, write one specific way you can use your current or future wealth to contribute to the greater good. Let your heart guide your hand as you explore how your financial abundance can serve as a force for positive change in the world. Remember, the size of your contribution matters less than the intention behind it. Even the smallest candle can dispel darkness, and the smallest act of service can initiate waves of transformation like a pebble cast into still waters. Your generous actions, no matter how modest they may seem, ripple outward in ways you cannot yet perceive. The universe responds not to the magnitude of the gift but to the love and purpose flowing through it. Take time now to write your intention for using wealth in service. Be specific about how you wish to contribute to the world's well-being through your financial resources. Consider not just the what but the why. What deeper calling moves you to give in this particular way? Let your heart guide you to the form of service that resonates most truly with your divine purpose. Chapter 24: Living in the Flow of Wealth. In a serene valley untouched by time, a crystal-clear stream danced its way through ancient stones. Without strain or struggle, it found its perfect path, flowing around obstacles rather than fighting them. The water moved with such grace that it seemed to whisper an ageless secret: abundance flows most freely when we cease to force its direction. You now stand before this eternal truth, that wealth, like water, seeks its natural course. When you release your grip on how money should arrive, you open yourself to the infinite channels through which abundance can reach you. The stream teaches that resistance creates turbulence, while acceptance brings flow. Notice how the water never pushes against the rocks but gently embraces them, finding new paths with elegant ease. This is the way of natural abundance, not through force but through harmony. High above the same valley, a red silk kite caught the wind's embrace. A young boy named Chen held its string, learning the subtle art of surrender. When he pulled too hard, the kite wavered and dipped. But when he learned to trust the wind, allowing it to guide his treasure through the clouds, the kite soared to heights he never imagined possible. This sacred wisdom reveals itself just as Chen discovered that control limited his kite's potential. Your attempts to force wealth's path may actually restrict its flow. True abundance emerges when you trust in the universe's infinite wisdom to guide your prosperity. The law of abundance operates with perfect precision, requiring only your willingness to align with its natural rhythm. Like the stream finding its course or the kite riding the wind, your financial prosperity seeks expression through the path of least resistance. Your role is not to direct the current of wealth but to remain open to its natural flow. When you release your grip on how abundance should manifest, you allow the universe to reveal possibilities beyond your limited imagination. Now, find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and visualize yourself as that peaceful stream flowing effortlessly through life. Feel any resistance melting away as you align with the natural current of abundance. Breathe deeply and repeat these words: I am in perfect harmony with the flow of wealth. Let this meditation remind you that struggle and strain only create turbulence in the stream of abundance. Trust, like the boy with his kite, that when you release control, you allow wealth to soar to new heights through divine guidance. Chapter 25: The Quantum Leap to Prosperity. In the ancient city of Alexandria, there lived an inventor named Rash J who spent decades perfecting his creations through methodical steps and careful planning. Each morning, he would wake before dawn, meticulously following the same patterns that had brought him modest success. Yet his greatest vision, a device to harness the power of light, remained eternally just beyond his reach. One night, as moonlight streamed through his workshop window, Rashad noticed how a single beam reflected off multiple surfaces illuminated the entire room. In that moment, he realized he had been bound by linear thinking. Instead of taking small steps, he could leap toward his vision by embracing the quantum nature of creation. Within days, Rashad abandoned his careful plans and followed his intuition. Rather than building his device piece by piece, he assembled it according to the complete vision in his mind. To the astonishment of all, his invention worked perfectly on the first attempt, transforming a lifetime of incremental progress into a single moment of breakthrough. You too stand at the threshold of such quantum transformation. The universe operates not through steady progression alone but through sudden leaps of consciousness that collapse infinite possibilities into manifest reality. Your financial abundance need not arrive through small measured steps, it can manifest through exponential breakthroughs when you align with higher principles. Consider the tale of the golden eagle that lived in a mountain sanctuary. For 7 years, it watched other birds soar past its perch, meticulously studying their movements and waiting for perfect conditions. The sanctuary keeper worried the eagle would never fly until one morning, without hesitation, it spread its wings and soared higher than any bird before it. The eagle had not needed years of practice, it required only the courage to trust its innate wisdom. Like Rashad and the eagle, you possess the power to transcend linear progression. The quantum field of infinite possibility responds not to time but to consciousness. When you shift your awareness from gradual accumulation to immediate manifestation, you collapse time and space, allowing abundance to flow through unexpected channels. Your wealth consciousness need not evolve slowly, it can transform in an instant through your willingness to embrace quantum leaps. Each focused thought sends ripples through the field of infinite possibility, attracting synchronicities and opportunities that accelerate your journey to prosperity. Now, take a moment to center yourself in stillness. Allow your consciousness to expand beyond linear thinking. What bold action calls to you? What quantum leap awaits your courage? Write down one significant financial action that aligns with your highest vision, something that might seem beyond your current reality. Then, with the same certainty that guided Rashad's invention and lifted the eagle into flight, take this action immediately. Through this practice, you collapse the field of infinite possibility into tangible prosperity. Transforming your financial reality not through cautious steps but through the power of quantum consciousness. Chapter 26, Anchoring Abundance Through Rituals. In a distant valley among ancient mountains, there lived a village known for its prosperous harvests. Each spring, as the first rays of dawn touched the earth, the villagers would gather in ceremonial circles around their fields. At the center stood Maya, the village elder, who had preserved the sacred ritual passed down through countless generations. Maya would begin by placing 3 golden seeds in the earth, each representing the past, present, and future of abundance. The villagers would then move in rhythmic patterns, their movements echoing the flow of universal energy. As they danced, they chanted ancient words that vibrated with the frequency of prosperity, calling forth the bounty that lay dormant in the soil. This ritual was more than mere tradition, it was a powerful act of alignment with the universal laws of abundance. Year after year, their harvest exceeded all expectations, even when neighboring villages struggled through drought and hardship. Through this timeless wisdom, you now understand that ritual is the bridge between intention and manifestation. Every intentional act performed with sacred awareness becomes a channel through which abundance flows. Your thoughts and beliefs about wealth take physical form through consistent, meaningful practice. Consider the tale of Kai, the sculptor, who transformed a massive block of marble into a masterpiece. Each morning before sunrise, he would light a candle and bow before his work, honoring the creative force that flowed through his hands. With each strike of his chisel, he whispered words of gratitude. This daily ceremony was as crucial to his art as the physical act of sculpting. The universe responds to your dedication to wealth consciousness through ritual. When you treat your abundance practices as sacred acts, you create an energetic signature that attracts prosperity. Like the villager's harvest ceremony in Kai's morning devotion, your consistent rituals anchor your intentions in the physical realm. Your journey to abundance requires more than mere thought, it demands sacred action. Through ritual, you declare to the universe your unwavering commitment to prosperity. Each ceremonial act reinforces your alignment with the infinite flow of wealth. Now you are called to create your own abundance ritual. Choose a specific time each day when you can devote yourself fully to this practice. Perhaps you will light a candle, speak words of gratitude, or perform symbolic gestures that represent the flow of prosperity. The form matters less than the reverence and consistency with which you perform it. For the next 7 days, commit to this ritual without fail. Let each performance be a sacred communion with the universal forces of abundance. Through this dedication, you forge an unbreakable connection to the infinite source of wealth. Chapter 27, Trusting the Universe Completely. In the ancient city of Aleppo, a young merchant named Hassan found himself at the entrance of the legendary Maze of Wisdom. Before him stood an enigmatic sage who offered to guide him through the labyrinth, but only if Hassan agreed to be blindfolded. To find your greatest treasure, the sage whispered, you must first surrender your need to see the path. With trembling hands, Hassan tied the cloth around his eyes and placed his trust in the sage's guidance. Through countless turns and twists, he followed the gentle touch on his shoulder, fighting the urge to remove his blindfold. When at last they reached the center, Hassan discovered not gold or jewels but a mirror reflecting his own transformed countenance, now bearing the light of one who had learned to trust. You stand now at your own threshold of transformation, where the infinite intelligence of the universe beckons you forward. Like Hassan, you are called to release your grip on control and surrender to a wisdom greater than your own. In the fertile valley of ancient Persia lived a farmer named Cyrus who understood the deepest mysteries of abundance. While others anxiously watched their fields, Cyrus would plant his seeds with joy and walk away, knowing that the same force that turned seeds into flowers would nurture his crop. Even in times of drought, he maintained his unwavering faith, understanding that nature's intelligence far exceeded his own. Through these timeless tales, you glimpse the profound truth: trust amplifies the power of manifestation. When you release your anxious grip on outcomes, you allow the universe's infinite intelligence to work through you. Your role is not to control the process but to maintain unwavering faith in the unseen forces that orchestrate all of creation. The universe responds not to your efforts but to your trust. Like Hassan in the maze and Cyrus in his fields, you are supported by an intelligence that sees the entire pattern of your prosperity. Your trust becomes a magnetic force, drawing to you opportunities and abundance beyond your limited vision. In this sacred moment, you are invited to practice this profound surrender. Take a piece of paper and write down your deepest financial desire. Fold it with reverence and place it in what will become your faith box, any container that holds special meaning for you. As you close the lid, release your attachment to how or when this desire will manifest. Trust that the same force that guides planets in their orbits is now orchestrating the fulfillment of your prosperity. Let this box become a symbol of your trust in the universe's perfect timing and infinite wisdom. Each time you pass it, remember that your desire is being woven into the fabric of creation. manifesting in ways far more magnificent than your mind could imagine. Chapter 28: The Legacy of Wealth. In the heart of an ancient valley, where wisdom flowed like the morning mist, lived an elder named Thaddeus. Each morning, he would journey to the highest point of his land to plant a single seed. When asked why he labored so diligently for trees whose fruit he might never taste, he simply smiled and said, "I plant not for my harvest but for the feast of generations to come." You now stand at a similar crossroads, where the seeds you plant today will grow into forests of abundance for those who follow. The wealth you cultivate extends far beyond your own needs, reaching into the lives of countless others through the roots of time. The universe whispers an eternal truth: true prosperity multiplies, when shared like ripples in a still pond. Your financial wisdom and abundance touch lives far beyond your immediate circle. Each coin you earn, each investment you make, carries the potential to nurture dreams yet unborn. In a distant monastery, a teacher named Master Chen possessed a golden key, passed down through centuries. Rather than keep its power to himself, he sought out a worthy student to whom he could entrust this treasure. This key, he explained, opens not a physical door, but the gateway to endless possibility. Its true value lies not in its possession, but in its transmission. Through these ancient tales, you glimpse the profound truth that wealth, like wisdom, gains immortality through sharing. Your financial journey is not merely about accumulating resources but about creating channels through which abundance can flow to future generations. The universe has entrusted you with the sacred responsibility of stewarding wealth, not just for yourself, but for the greater good. Like planting trees and Master Chen passing on the golden key, you are called to think beyond immediate gains to the legacy you will leave. Take a moment now to connect with this deeper purpose. Find a quiet space and write your vision for how your wealth can serve as a blessing for others. Let your words flow from the heart, describing how your financial abundance can nurture your family, support your community, or contribute to causes that will echo through time. This is not merely a planning exercise, but a sacred act of intention. As you write, feel the energy of possibility expanding beyond the boundaries of your own life. See clearly how your prosperity can become a fountain from which many will drink, a tree under which future generations will find shelter. Place this vision where you can see it daily, letting it remind you that true wealth grows most abundantly when planted in the soil of service to others. Chapter 29: The Joy of Wealth. In a sun-dappled meadow, a young girl named Luna discovered a peculiar stone that caught the morning light. With each new find, her eyes sparkled brighter than the treasures she collected. Day after day, she returned to gather more, arranging them in patterns that made her heart sing. Soon, others noticed her joy and began bringing her stones from their own journeys. Her collection grew not through seeking but through the magnetic power of her delight. You, too, can rediscover this childlike wonder in your relationship with money. When you approach your financial journey with lightness and joy, you align with the natural flow of abundance. Like Luna's stones, wealth naturally gravitates toward those who celebrate its presence. In the ancient kingdom of Avalor, there lived a jester named Felix whose laughter could transform the heaviest hearts. During a time of scarcity, while others hoarded their gold, Felix shared his few coins freely, turning each transaction into a celebration. As his joy spread through the kingdom, prosperity followed in its wake. The more he delighted in giving and receiving, the more abundance flowed through his life. These timeless tales illuminate a truth often forgotten: money responds to the energy you bring to it. When you release the weight of worry and embrace the joy of abundance, you create an irresistible force that attracts more reasons to celebrate. Your financial journey need not be a burden of serious calculations and stern discipline alone. Each step, each success, no matter how modest, deserves recognition. Like Luna finding beauty in simple stones or Felix spreading joy with minimal means, you can choose to infuse your relationship with money with genuine delight. Now is the time to honor a recent financial victory. Perhaps you paid a bill on time, received unexpected income, or simply maintained your savings goal. Find a quiet moment to celebrate this achievement. Light a candle, play uplifting music, or simply smile in acknowledgement of this milestone. Let your celebration, however small, signal to the universe your readiness to receive more abundance with joy and gratitude. Chapter 30: Becoming a Money Magnet. In a craftsman's workshop, a simple magnet lay among scattered iron filings. Without effort or strain, the magnet's invisible force drew the metal pieces into perfect alignment, creating patterns of extraordinary beauty. The craftsman observed this natural phenomenon daily until one morning, understanding dawned in his heart. The magnet did not chase or pursue, it simply existed in its true nature, and all that resonated with its energy was inevitably drawn to it. You hold within you the same magnetic power. When you align fully with the frequency of abundance, wealth flows to you as naturally as iron to a magnet. This power awakens not through force or struggle but through becoming who you truly are, a being of infinite potential and natural prosperity. In a distant valley, an old keeper tended a lantern whose light seemed to possess a mysterious quality. Each evening, as he lit the flame, people from surrounding villages would find themselves drawn to its warm glow. Travelers would adjust their routes to pass by its radiance. The keeper never called out or advertised his light, its very nature was enough to attract all who sought guidance in the darkness. These ancient teachings reveal the ultimate truth of financial manifestation: wealth does not need to be chased or pursued. Like the magnet's pull or the lantern's glow, it is attracted naturally to those who embody its essence. Every principle shared in these chapters, from gratitude to visualization, from trust to inspired action. Action serves to transform you into a living beacon of prosperity. Your journey through these teachings has prepared you to step into your power as a natural attractor of abundance. Like the magnet that needs no instruction to draw iron or the lantern that effortlessly attracts travelers, you need only maintain your alignment with the energy of wealth. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions will naturally harmonize with prosperity when you recognize and embody your true abundant nature. To anchor this truth in your being, begin each day by affirming, "I am a magnet for limitless financial success." Let these words resonate through your entire being. Knowing that, like the magnet and its iron filings, you and prosperity are naturally drawn together. This is not merely a practice of words but a declaration of your essential nature as a beacon of abundance. Music. Conclusion. As you turn these final pages, know that you stand at a sacred threshold. The wisdom you've gathered is not merely knowledge but a living force that has already begun to transform your relationship with abundance. Through each parable and teaching, you've awakened to the truth that has silently guided prosperity seekers throughout the ages. Wealth flows naturally to those who align with its divine essence. Your journey through these ancient principles has revealed the profound simplicity of abundance. Like the craftsman who discovered wisdom in his workshop, you now understand that financial success is not a distant dream to be chased but a natural state of being to embody. Each practice, ritual, and reflection has strengthened your connection to the infinite stream of prosperity that flows through all creation. The universe speaks through your desires, drawing you toward ever greater expressions of abundance. As you've learned, wealth is not measured solely in gold, coins, or material possessions, but in the depth of your alignment with universal laws. This alignment manifests naturally as financial prosperity. Yet, its true value lies in the transformation of your consciousness. You've discovered that you are inseparable from the source of all abundance. Every teaching in this book has guided you to this essential truth: you are not seeking wealth but awakening to the wealth that you already are. Like the lantern keeper whose light drew travelers from afar, your natural state of prosperity will attract all that resonates with your elevated frequency. This moment marks not an ending but a beginning. The principles you've explored, Lord, are timeless, their power increasing with each application in your daily life. As you move forward, let every financial decision, every thought about money, and every action toward your goals be infused with the knowing that you are one with the infinite flow of abundance. Remember that you need not strive or struggle to create prosperity. Like the magnet that effortlessly draws iron filings into perfect patterns, your aligned energy naturally attracts wealth. You have only to maintain your connection to these universal truths, allowing them to express through you with grace and ease. Your path to prosperity continues to unfold with divine perfection. Each step you take guided by these teachings leads you deeper into the realization of your unlimited potential. The universe stands ready to support your every move toward greater abundance, for this is the natural order of life itself. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I hand-picked this next book, which will change your life.